Right, so I want to talk about pi and its connection to the Bible and to the rapture. We have to remember that science and the Bible are one. It's just they're lying to the public, and the public's believing it because they don't really want God. But pi, first of all, it equals 25, right? For 2025, because the P is the 16th letter and the I is the ninth letter. 16 plus 9 is 25. Pi is known as an irrational number. Pi is 3.14, but people usually stop at the 4, but it's the never-ending number. So it goes on forever. That's why it's called the irrational number, and that's why it represents eternity, right? And it's a circle. It's a pi, right? A pi is a circle, and it's about the diameter of a circle. And that's what this number is associated with. So it's just like the rapture. It's just like the Bible, as far as things are in cycles and circles. And that's what God did with this number. I'm going to show you that he knew. He knew he created everything. All science, all math, all knowledge stems from God. And I'm going to show you that it is so precise that it deals with the Bible and the rapture. Exactly perfect. You just have to know the formula in order to see it. But yeah, remember, everything is a cycle. If Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9 says that what was done will be done again, there's no new thing under the sun. And Ecclesiastes 3:15 talk about things repeat themselves. God requires this. Everything is cycles and circles. Never ending, though. Pi is a never ending circle. And that's what the whirlwind looks like, right? In the book of Job, when God shows up in the whirlwind, or when Elijah is caught up in the whirlwind, when the chariot comes down from heaven to take him, picture of the harpazo, the rapture. So let's take a look at some connections here that are so mind-blowing that it's impossible to refute it. So when you take pi, which is called the irrational number, because it's a never-ending number, and we've talked about this in the Bible, never-ending cycles, or circles, and you add it to its mirror, 3.14 plus 413. Look at this. This is amazing. This is amazing. You get 727, which is one up from 726 harpazo, what we usually call the rapture. But 727, as I'm going to show, is almost the exact same thing. And it's a word that you're going to recognize. This is amazing, guys. This shows that everything that God does is scientific. The number 727 in the Strong's Concordance is harpax. And in the definition, it's rapacious. Notice the word rapture right in there. Ravenous, extortioner, robber. And it says on the bottom, to seize or to snatch. Like a robber. This is almost exactly the same as 726, which is harpazo. Because Jesus comes as a thief to snatch us away, to seize us up, to obtain by robbery. It's just one past 726, 727, but it's almost exactly the same. And that is the value of the irrational number pi when you add it to its reflection. Pi, the never-ending number. Get it? Eternity. Get it? If you go to the ninth letter in the Hebrew alphabet, it's called the tet. And look at what it looks like. It looks like a circle that's never ending. A whirlwind, right? You can see it's not connected exactly. It just keeps going and going if you go in circles. And that's what the number 9 is. Look at the number 9 as well. It's like a never-ending circle if you just kept winding it around. And 9 is the rapture number, right? Every ninth letter you add it to its reflection, it's 99. 18 plus 81 is 99. Rapture, 27 plus 72, 99. Rapture, 36 plus 63, 99. Rapture, 45 plus 54, 99. Rapture, 54 plus 45, 99. Rapture, 9 is the rapture number. In Jewish tradition, the Hebrew letter tet is the ninth letter of the alphabet and represents the number 9. It is also associated with the concept of goodness or best as exemplified by the word tov itself. Additionally, tet is linked to new beginnings and the idea of a container representing the potential for good even amidst potential impurity. Numerical value and meaning. Tet has a numerical value of 9 in gematria. The Hebrew word tov, meaning good or best, begins with tet. Tet is seen as a paradoxical letter representing both good and evil, hidden goodness, like a pregnant woman. Get it? The woman gives birth to the man child, right? That's caught up. And the potential for goodness to be perverted, new beginnings in containers. The shape of tet, resembling an open container, is linked to new beginnings and the end of one era and the start of another. That's what the rapture is. The end of an age or dispensation and the start of another. This is absolutely amazing to me. The numerical value of tet and the way it reduces to 9 in gematria is associated with truth and eternity. Get it? The never-ending number looks just like a circle or a tet. Look at this mystical significance. Some Jewish traditions associate tet with the veil in the temple being torn, symbolizing the opening of the way to God's presence, just like the rapture, right? So if you start with the mirror of 3.14, which is 413, and subtract 3.14, it's mirror, subtract 314, you get 99. Oh, look at that. The value of rapture. You're going to tell me that science and the Bible are disconnected? They're one. The value of rapture with the number for pi. Now we talk about Yom Teruah, which is the Feast of Trumpets. And what I'm going to show you is I'm showing you guys miracles, right? People used to see miracles in the flesh. Well, now God is doing it like this. Absolute miracles, things that just unbelievable. So Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets, is September. It says here 23rd and 24th, but it's also 22. Depends on the new moon, right? Now, I've shown some things, a lot of things, on why it's most likely the Feast of Trumpets this year. But I want to show you something else. Two other something else's. So the last day of the Feast of Trumpets is 9/24, September 24th. Now you take the 3.14, which is pi, the eternal number, right? Everlasting number. And you multiply it by 3, and you get 9.42. Do you see the 924 there? Scrambled. Now we take 924 to the concordance. Prepare to be mind blown. I can't pronounce the word, but it means a hurry or hastily or alarm. Derived from the root bahal, which means to be dismayed or terrified. The term bahilu, this is 924, is used to convey a sense of sudden fear or alarm. It often describes an emotional response to an unexpected or overwhelming situation, leading to a state of panic or distress. And you can't even make this up. This is exactly what would happen if the rapture happened, right? The word captures the intensity of human emotions when confronted with, look at this, divine or earthly events that are beyond one's control. Come on, man. And remember, pi is 25 because the P is the 16th letter and the I is the 9th letter, so you have 25. And you times it by cloud 9, right? The rapture number 9, 225. And that's with the value of pi, pi, 3.14. Times it by 9, 225. 9 is the rapture number. You can't even make this stuff up. Then you times 225 by 9 again. Look at this. 2025. Forget about it, man. It's over. It's all over. Don't make no plans for next year. I'll tell you that right now.